St Germain's Church was consecrated for Christian worship nearly 100 years ago in 1917. In those days, many people still thought that most of the population were Christian, and that all the churches had to do in response to growing cities was to provide more space for them all to worship by building more church buildings, and that mission was something that we sent people to other countries to do. As society has changed, so our view of the church and its mission has changed to respond to our new situation. But our building is still much as it was when it was first built 100 years ago. In those days, it could be assumed that most people who passed by knew the Christian story, who Jesus was and what he offered. Today, the business of being a beacon of hope, love and truth for the local community needs to look a little different. We want to continue sharing the good news of Jesus and welcoming people into an environment that facilitates experiencing the love of God. And the first step is helping people find their way into church. If you were passing today for the first time, what would the building say to you? Would it speak of a living God who is reaching out to welcome all into his love? Or of a place for a private society that wants to keep the world at bay? Do these doors look like a cafe which is trying to welcome people in, or like a castle which wants to keep them out? Sometimes visitors and courier drivers delivering packages can find it difficult to find the entrance to the church and parish office.
Excuse me? I got a package. Hello? 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 Did anyone order? Hello?
Even when they do find the entrance, there can be some confusion in how to operate the door. There's currently no permanent step-free access to the church.
Oh no, I'm not going to be able to get in. Can anyone help me get into church? I'm stuck.
And our temporary solution is a hazard to wardens or those installing it. We want to ensure that people of all abilities and disabilities feel welcome and included in the congregation. Our church toilets are very neatly hidden away out of sight, but this can sometimes make it difficult for visitors to find them.
Sorry, excuse me. Do you know where the toilets are? Yeah, you've just got to go to the front of the church there, take a right and you'll see a ramp. Just go up the ramp, past the organ and you'll come to a set of doors. Straight through those doors, take a left. You come to another door and take an immediate right and you'll go through another door and you'll be toilet. Okay, thanks.
And if they manage to find the toilets, it's almost impossible for some people to access them.
Let's see if I can go to the toilet here. This could be a little bit awkward. Oh no!
Plus, if you need the toilet during the service, their location means that everyone knows about it.
Skip, skip, skip to my loo. Skip, skip, skip to my loo. Skip, skip, skip to my loo. Skip to my loo, my darling.
A more discreet location would be less intimidating for visitors. You may not realise that there's no water supply at the back of church where refreshments are served after the service. This means that those who are serving hot drinks have to find alternative ways to fill the urn. And those who are washing up after the service have to ferry all the mugs backwards and forwards on a trolley to be washed in the flower vestry. Installing a servery with a water supply would support the running of ministries such as places of welcome and our fellowship together on a Sunday morning. After much prayer, thought and discussion about all these things, PCC agreed as an interim measure to refurbish the existing church toilets, but also to install a kitchen servery at the west end of the church and explore building a single-storey link between the church and hall, providing a better entrance, new toilets, office and reception, and possibly a meeting room. In March, the church had 3 days of prayer and fasting to seek God's direction and provision for the project. There were a number of words and pictures which we felt God was giving us, generally encouraging us and reminding us to keep looking outwards. So, we're launching the Building Project Fund to first cover the costs of the architects and then the first part of the work, which is the servery at the back of church. Can I suggest that you ask God what sum to pray that we receive as we start, and then pray for it? We don't yet know the likely cost of the project, but our guess is between £150,000 and £250,000. We expect this will come from our reserves, from our giving as a church, and from outside grants. There will be more opportunities to give to the project in the future, but if you wish to give at this stage, then please put your gift or promise in one of the special envelopes marked Building Project Fund. To keep up to date with the project developments, please have a look at the Building Project notice board at the back of church, talk to a member of the project team, and read the blog posts on the church website.